Welcome to The Spread, where we are finally back in the studio. I'm Matt Rabel. We've got a lot of news this week, but first, a quick correction. Last week, I flubbed it when I said the OCC cleared 693,000 contracts in June. It was actually 693 million contracts. Sorry for any confusion. Seems like Bitcoin options have become quite the hot commodity in the world of cryptocurrency. The Singapore-based cryptocurrency exchange Huobi and the Cayman Island-based Gate.io announced this week that they're going to begin offering options trading to their customers. Meanwhile, LedgerX announced the launch of a new index that tracks the volatility of Bitcoin using Bitcoin options prices from exchanges like Deribit. What's going on? It's almost like there's some huge need for hedging instruments in the cryptocurrency markets. The Bitcoin index is called BitVol, and it was developed by the folks over at T3 Index, the creators of the Spikes Index. You can read more about it on johnlothiannews.com. Speaking of which, John Lothian himself wrote an article this week declaring his support of IEX's delimit order type, which I would be remiss not to mention as well, because John signs my checks. While we're at it this week, JLN's Sarah Rudolph published another edition of JLN's Unsung Heroes series, a Q&A with the CME Group COO Julie Holzrichter. JLN editor Tom Thompson and contributing editor Suzanne Cosgrove also have news stories up this week about the cannabis industry and ESG investing, respectively. You can check both of those out at the same place. On Monday, Cboe announced that Cboe Futures Exchange is set to launch mini VIX futures on August 10th. They're 1/10 the size of your standard VIX future, but twice the fun. I don't actually know if that last part's true because things like that depend on who you ask. A day after that announcement broke, the CME Group announced that they have a new mini derivatives product of their own launching on August 31st. Micro E-mini options, that is to say, options on its Micro E-mini S&P 500 and Micro E-mini NASDAQ 100 futures contracts. What is it about miniature versions of things that people like so much? Mini Snickers bars, mini Coopers, mini Yorkshire Terriers. Well, I guess mini derivatives contracts let you adjust your exposure with more granular detail. Now I can't stop thinking about miniature dog breeds. Anyway, don't forget that next week, MarketsWiki Education World of Opportunity 2020 is indeed happening. It's free for registered participants, so if you haven't signed up already, check out the link below this video. It'll take you straight to our Eventbrite page where you can get registered before you can say MarketsWiki Education. That's it for The Spread this week. Thanks for watching. Feels good to be back in the studio. We'll see you next week. Until then, happy trading.